Hi, it's Lou Collins, and today on CraftStash I've got another 3-minute card making hack for you, and this is about getting the most out of your stencils and doubling the dimension with them. Now when you stencil through, do you just tape it down and ink through it and that be that? Well, there's so much more that you can do with your stencil, so I'm going to combine 3 different techniques here, and that will give you amazing texture without actually having to add lots more colour. So the first thing I'm going to do, as always, is work on my Creative Craft Products cardstock, and I'm going to tape it down using the low tack tape from the same brand. Everything I'm using can be found down below. So I'm just making sure that I don't cover up any of the stencil detail when I'm taping it down, both top and bottom. Really important, because you can still get a little bit of movement even if you just tape it on one side. Now I've chosen 2 Distress Oxide colours. Now these can be inks or oxides, they don't have to be the Distress range either. They can be any other brand of blending ink, but you want to have a lighter colour and a darker shade of the same colour or similar colour. So I've gone with Speckled Egg in the Distress Oxide range, and I've also chosen Peacock Feathers as my accent, which we'll do in a little while. So you want to go through the entire stencil with one colour. Now, once you've done this technique once, you may decide you'd like to do this in more of an ombre, maybe 3 or 4 colours even, you can do that. I'm going to show you with just one colour in the background today to show you the basic technique though. The Creative Craft Products blending brushes are also ideal for stenciling because you can get right into the finer detail. We've got the large brushes, but we also have the smaller stencil brushes available too. Now when you purchase a die cutting machine, and if you are purchasing any die cutting machines from CraftStash, it's well worth noting that you actually get free next day delivery on that, and you'll always get the CraftStash best price guarantee. So that's definitely the place to search for your next machine. But when you do receive it, you usually have a rubber mat in with the package, and a lot of us pop this to the side and we very rarely use it. So now we're going to take it out and we are going to use it. So what we're going to do is we are going to place the rubber mat underneath our cardstock and stencil. See, our stencil is still stuck down, we haven't moved that at all, and we're going to run this through our die cutting machine as it is. Now if you look at the reverse, you'll see that we have now embossed the cardstock. You see the emboss there, it's really beautiful. So what we can do now is remove the stencil. I'm going to take my darker colour now, and with a tiny bit of ink on it, and I can brush it off if I need to. I'm just going to brush onto the edges, just sticking to the going left to right. And what this is going to do is pick up a little bit of colour onto the right hand side, sorry, the right to left, the right hand side of each of those designs. And I will show you this close up in just a moment. Just continue to swipe in the same direction, make sure you're not changing directions, otherwise you will lose the effect. And I'm keeping a very, very light touch here. So this is just capturing that lovely embossed detail that we've just created, just picking up the very edges. There we go. Now let's take a look at this a little bit closer. So there you can see we have got some stunning detail, and this is just from a stencil. Look how dimensional those shapes look, how much they look as if they've actually got drop shadows around the edges of them. And you've also got the depth and texture, just like anaglypta wallpaper. It's absolutely beautiful. So that's your 3-minute card making hack from CraftStash. Join us again next week for another one. And if you've missed any of the previous card making hack videos, you can subscribe to our channel and find all our videos just here.